Do you have a quick second?
Sure.
I was told to ask you something. And my name's Brian.
Brian?
Yeah.
Loren.
Loren Hanks.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
How are you?
I'm good. And they were telling me that you're a former military man?
Still in.
Still in.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you Air Force or?
Yeah, Air Force Reserve. I'm an intel guy.
So let me ask you this. I'm asking the question to both sides of the fence here.
Sure.
And I'm wondering what happened to our air defense on 9/11. It was missing for an hour and a half, and standard operating procedure for the year before, in 2001, we had 60 intercepts. We had 60 jets go off course, and then for 4 planes on 9/11, transponders are gone. Standard operating procedure is to intercept them, and for an hour and a half. And they were allowed to hit their targets.
You know, when I joined the service in '84, we used to have an air defense command where it was air bases set up for interceptor fighters.
Is that like NEADS?
Say again?
Is that NEADS? The Northeast Aerospace Defense?
Well, you're close. You've got... That's the vestige of what it used to be, but aerospace, Air Defense Command used to be its own command in the Air Force, and it was interceptor aircraft, and you've got WADs, you've got NEADS, and then you've got the southern and the southwestern sector. I think we have let our air defense atrophy, and we need more interceptor aircraft. You know, even after 9/11, I don't think we had enough. We had F-16s out of Fresno, the guard base down there, that would work around the Bay Area, and they'd sometimes deploy up to Travis. But the response time is too damn long, you know, to get out there.
Well,
we need more bases on the coast.
Well, there was a lot of, you know, for the year before, in 2001, there was 60 recorded intercepts, and it happens in minutes. I mean, and Langley and Otis Air Force Base over there on the East Coast, they could have had a jet up there in minutes, in 10 minutes. They have guys on the call 24 hours a day, and so I'm just wondering, do you find it at all suspect that 4 transponders are gone for an hour and a half flying around in our airspace and not a single thing happened?
I think we underestimate the cleverness of the enemy in that one. That's what it comes down to.
But that was more kind of our own mistake. We pay trillions of dollars in taxes to have this air defense system, right?
Well, except that I think we let the air defense atrophy. We still feel that island nation security, and I think we're short still on air defense. I think we ought to have the old concept of the missile defense on the coast as well. So I'd like to have seen a lot of things done differently, because like I said, I've been in the Air Force since 1984. Air Defense Command existed. I was uncomfortable, even as a young guy, seeing it disappear as a policy of change, just changing out the format and the structure. I think we should have it back. I think we should have more interceptor aircraft ready to go. It's not right for there to only be 1 or 2 bases on the West Coast that everything starts from. I don't care what kind of afterburners you got, you know, Mach 2, you can still only get there so quickly. So,
I really appreciate you spending this moment with me, and would you be willing to spend just one more second? Can I ask one more question?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Are you familiar with World Trade Center 7?
Say again?
Are you familiar with World Trade Center number 7?
I know the building, yeah.
Yeah, and you're familiar with that it collapsed on 9/11.
Right.
Have you seen the video of that collapse?
No, I have not.
I would just ask that maybe you do look into that one day. The official collapse time for NIST, National Institute of Standards Technology, is 5.5 seconds. This is a 47-story tall building. All right, and I work with a group, and I'm sure you've heard bad press about all sorts of conspiracy theories and this and that. But I work with a group. I volunteer for a group, Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth, and we represent 1,300 certified and degreed, and that number's growing. It's 1,333 right now. But they're demanding a new investigation into 9/11 because they look at the collapse of that building and they say it can't collapse in that time because that's the same amount of time that if you had dropped a ball off the top of the roof that it would hit the ground, which means that there's no resistance, which means that the steel columns were severed. Right? Okay. And so to preface, you know, I look at this picture now and I ask, does this look like gravity or does this look like an explosion? Because the official story wants us to believe that this is gravity.
Okay, so have you got one of those? I'll take a look.
Yeah, let me see if I got the best material for you.
And you're telling you told me your name is Brian.
Let me give you that.
Sure.
And
we're wishing that we could get him out of laminate by this time, aren't we?
Hey, I appreciate it.
Hey, no, it's nice to meet you, and I'd be willing to talk more.
Just spending that time you've already earned.
Oh, I'm grateful for that. Okay.
Yeah, right on. Have a good day.
Let's talk again.
Right on. We'll do. Wait, how do you think that was?
Very well.
Very well. I'm not a rude guy. No.